Welcome to our webinar today. It's all about what's new in ShareFile. We'll walk through some of the most impactful new features that's available in ShareFile in the past 3 months. So we've been really busy these past 3 months delivering more value inside of ShareFile to help simplify document workflows, increase efficiency of repetitive workflows, and improve data security measures. To give you a brief little roadmap on today's call, we'll be going through all of these features, and all of these newer enhancements are actually all available for premium and above plans. So no advanced features on this webinar today, but we know we'll see some in the next webinar in a quarter. Moving into the bulk of our presentation today, we'll be going through each feature and then have like a small recorded demo for you guys. We'd love to hop inside a live demo, but it's sort of hard to do when you have multiple different features going inside the product. But to speak on our first feature, you may have seen this and maybe you use it today, but it's the AI-powered document summarization. It's one of our 4 AI features inside of ShareFile today, and it helps analyze large documents, extracting key information and concise summaries that really eliminate some of the manual analysis that you may have to do searching through large documents that could be up to 100 pages long, looking for maybe just a summary of that document or very specific information from that document. Specifically, the document summarization feature condenses information from a document using AI to really build up that concise summary that you're seeing on the right side of the screen. You can utilize it for doc and PDF files up to 20 megabytes and up to 400 characters, so pretty sizable documents. You can utilize it for benefits really around time efficiency, converting those long documents into concise summaries to help you really understand and pull that information that you may need from maybe like a big agreement contract or any kind of financial statement that you may be working through. Accuracy as well, highlighting that critical data points to improve decision making. As we all know, we don't always have time to read through hundreds of pages to get a gist of what's happening inside of that document. So this tool is to help with that. You'll also probably notice if you've been utilizing or following along in product right now, that Summarize AI button that you're seeing in the screenshot right here is actually moved to a different sort of verbiage. It says AI Document Assistant. That looks a little bit different just because we've released a new feature with AI to work alongside this document summarization feature. Both of those work in very similar ways. That new feature is called Document Q&A. That will work with summarization to not only pull concise summaries of an entire long document, but also you can ask questions to pull specific information from that document. So if you had a rental agreement and you wanted to know if you were allowed to have snakes as a pet, so instead of just going through that entire long document looking at the pet section, you'd be able to ask, hey, does this rental agreement allow me to have snakes? And then it'll come back with that concise answer and doing that work for you, so you don't have to search for that. That's sort of a fun example, but I'm sure there's other industry examples you could pull from with financial support or maybe legal documents as well. Just to show you where this lives inside of the product, it lives in the content viewer. So when you click on a file, it may live in your folders, projects, or solutions. It'll be on that top right, and it'll say, again, AI Assistant, not summarized with AI now, just with that update we had yesterday. And this will quickly summarize that long document. The example that you see in the video here is 8 pages, and it pulls pretty much the gist of the entire document in a few paragraphs. Another key point and a really great benefit of this feature is the annotations that you're seeing here. Those will point to exactly where that information is getting pulled from the document. So maybe you're just interested in maybe a portion of that summary. It'll point you to exactly where that lives inside of the file, which is really handy with pulling that information out. Alrighty, moving to our next feature, which is search improvements for project resources. So if you're a project user, this is probably something really exciting for you, utilizing it in the whole breadth of ShareFile. If you're not, The project it lives in the left nav if you're a premium or above plan associated to it. Or if you have an advanced plan, you should also have projects on the left side of the menu. That'll just live inside of a 5 document or project limit. So you won't necessarily always have the full breadth of the premium features that you do inside of projects. So that's sort of an explanation of what projects is. The search improvements for project resources specifically is utilizing ShareFile search bar. So if you've noticed inside of the web app, you have a search bar at the very top. You used to be able to just search for files, notes, anything that would fall under a folder structure. Now we've opened that up to search for any kind of information you have inside of projects. That includes project names, document request lists that you have under those projects, and information request lists. So any forms that you have that live inside of those projects as well. So you can easily search for those, making them a lot more navigable and findable when you're working in your day-to-day. You can also filter by content type, making it really easy to search for a very specific item. Maybe you have similar names with your folder structures and you named something similar with your project. So this example right here says Be Happy. Maybe I have a folder called Be Happy, and then maybe I have a project Be Happy. If you want to find specifically that project you're looking for, you'll be able to go into the additional results area, and then that will give you more information where you can filter by content type. So you could search by the project name and not just the folder. Obviously, this helps with increased productivity, finding those projects really quickly, and then accuracy as well with the filtering. This is sort of our first step with the search improvements. You'll see more and more come down the pipeline for this, but something that is really exciting, especially for our current project users. This is just demonstrating what that looks like as a quick demo inside of the product. So searching for Be Happy, you can see that pull up the project name. If you wanted to expand and filter by the content type, which is we're looking for a project, you'll be able to do that under that content types filter. And it'll come up with those names for you. Alrighty, moving on to our next feature with Urvashi.
So I'm sure everybody would be excited hearing about the AI capabilities that Stacey was talking about. So our team has been working on, the product and engineering team has been working on a lot of project-related enhancements over the past 3 months. And the first thing that I would want to talk about is the information request enhancements that we have been working on. So we have introduced a file upload capability and auto-saving feature as a part of this enhancement. So basically, your clients can save their responses in information request in real time. And while you're creating your information request forms, you'll be able to just by clicking a simple drag and drop option, you'll be able to put an upload file option in your information request. So in the screen, you'll be able to see the screenshots where you have your upload file, a button here in the client onboarding form. So just one detail that I would want to point out. We do have, if people are not aware about information request is one of the features in projects. You can create information requests from scratch, or you can also create a project based on your templates, and inside those projects we would have readily available information requests based on these templates, such as client onboarding forms or feedback forms or any other forms that would be specific to your industries or would apply to other industries as well. Basically, these features will help you, expedite your data collection process. We understand that data collection is sometimes, tedious for you as well and for your clients, that you need to follow up, maybe send more and more requests for files. The information request is basically your own customizable form, a data collection form, which you can assign to your clients. You can add as many fields, be it multiple choice, be it a single choice, or it can be a data input field or a text input field, or it can be dates. And now we have introduced a file upload option as well, which you'll be seeing in the next demo video as well. And you can assign it to your clients, and your clients, what they can do is, we understand that it's quite, tedious and cumbersome at times to go fill those forms. Whenever they have time, they can go ahead and fill the respective fields. And the autosave functionality ensures that none of the data entered by your clients will be lost. They can actually see the timestamp as well. Is it getting saved in real time or not? And what was the last time the information was saved? So everything will be on track. And basically, by these features, we are trying to make information request as intuitive as possible, making the information request creation process simple for you, and enhancing your client's experience while filling those forms. Now, I would like to talk about the demo video. Um, Here you can see that we have created one of the projects, and we have clicked on one of the information request, which is an automated template. And we can click on any drag and drop option for file upload, and you can create your own labels, you can customize it, you can ask for address proofs or any other documentation. And once you have saved your information request, created it, you can preview it, you can assign it to your clients. And once you assign it to your clients, your clients will actually receive an email notification in their inbox. And once they actually log into the client portal, this would be their view, and they can click on the client onboarding request that you have assigned to them, and they can quickly upload files from their system. um, and they can continue filling any forms. If they don't want to continue filling forms right now, they can just click on close, enter any fields, and you can see the auto save functionality tells that it's getting saved, the data is getting saved. And it will also show a timestamp to your clients that, okay, the data was saved on this and this date. And once the form has been submitted, you can log into your ShareFile accounts, and you can view the information request response. So the next functionality is also related to information request, and this was, I think, one of the most highly demanded use cases and features requests by our customers. And we listen to you. We always value your feedback, and we would love to hear your feedback in webinar as well. Anything that you can share with us. My team is here with us. Everybody is there. All the PMs are there. So this is one of those cases where we heard you and we implemented it. Export functionality will basically help you, share, basically export or download any responses that you receive from your client, and collaborate with your internal team members, and you can analyze the data. You can go back to your clients, maybe fill in the requirements, any kind of data that you would want for your next steps to in your project delivery life cycle. This functionality will solve your problems. This is also available in premium and industry advantage accounts, as was the previous feature that we talked about. So basically, this will help you, reduce this will help you reduce your manual effort. You can just view the responses, click on open. Once the response has been received, you will see the screen, and you'll be able to open the responses. You can click on the buttons, and it will get downloaded on your systems, and you can share it with your internal team members. But if, let's say, you have some gaps and you want to talk to your clients and understand from them any other data that you require, or have more discussion to fix on your project deliverables or your client deliverables, you can always work with this data. And just one pointer, uh, we see that this was initially available as beta, but it is now available to all customers. If you're in premium and industry advantage, you'll be able to see this functionality under information request and under the response tab. But one more thing to note is, if you are an advanced customer and you have access to projects in your accounts, you will be able to access these features, but that's a trial-based feature. You'll only be able to create 5 projects, and under those 5 projects, you'll be able to work with these functionalities. But please note that is limited. And if there are any questions, you can reach out to your point of contact, CACs or sales contact, and they can help you. If you want to, use it more, you can always go and upgrade to premium as well. So here you see once the responses have been received, you can view it. And this is how the screen would look like once you log in, and you can just export into your system the data. Yeah, thank you. Over to you, Suraj.
All right, so hello everyone. We've also made some additional enhancements to the way you can manage your projects, files and folders within the projects and solutions, a portion of ShareFile through a structured folder system, right, which helps easily navigate between different folders and essentially organizes files in a much more streamlined manner to help improve your productivity, but also for you to easily have context of the screen you're in, right? So essentially what this means is you're able to maintain a more clear, a more streamlined structure through nested folders, which helps with simpler management. And this especially becomes very important and productive in complex projects, right? So for example, let's say you have folders of different years, which have, let's say, tax returns, filings information, or possibly your financial portfolio performance documents that you manage for your clients, for example. So with that improved organization and contextual navigation, so if you're able to see the top screenshot towards the right, you see a second column called type under the files tab, which essentially tells you what is part of that particular folder structure, right? So document request essentially tells you that if you click onto that, or if you click on to the first column that's adjacent to it, it contains files that are part of a document request, which possibly came in during client onboarding or through initial phases of the engagement in each year, right? And then you can also see tax folders. What this essentially is doing is it's doing away with the flat folder structure that was there earlier. And we'll see that in the demo as we go along. But we also brought in this capability of breadcrumbs that you can see in the second screenshot, where you have a home icon below the home tab, interestingly there. And then there is a folder below that, which is document request one. And under that, you have another folder, right? So that nested folder through a breadcrumb view also gives you more contextual information of what exactly you're looking at the moment, and that helps you save a lot of time. Is one of the feedback we've had from customers in the past as well. So we'll jump to the demo and we'll see how it was before, as a flat structure. So as you can see, this was the old way of organizing files. It was a flat structure. Of course, there were multiple folders, but there was no context. Today, we have the second column, which has type, which essentially gives you context. And as you can click on, one of these, it then takes you to very specific folders and then files within those that map to that document request section, for example. And then there is the breadcrumb, which sort of helps you navigate between folders easily. So you can come back and move on to different sections of your project. So I think this video is looping as well. That's pretty much about it. It's a very simple feature, but I think in terms of user experience, in terms of helping you improve productivity, and in terms of simply managing your files within complex projects, it streamlines a lot of those things.
Alrighty, well, we're going to go ahead and wrap up, but thank you so much for joining.